Yeah.
Morning, everybody. I'm Tari, also, of course. Alright. Today I'm going to talk to y'all about cohabitation. Most people think cohabitation, well, not most, I shouldn't say that. Some people in the world wonder if cohabitation is actually the right thing to do. That is living with your partner before you get married. So I want to talk to you and say that it is the right thing to do. I'll give you a few examples. Because me and my wife for 14 years now, we of course cohabitated for about a year and a half prior to marriage. So my reasoning for cohabitation is it helps you understand your partner better before you get married. I'm also going to talk to you today about my personal experience being cohabitated. And lastly, I'll give you some stats that involve cohabitation. First off, I'll tell you how me and my wife met. We met in Henderson, North Carolina. At the time, I had come out of a bad relationship with a prior lady. So my brother, he wanted to date Jamila's sister. So he was trying to also get me on my feet as well. So he's like, hey, let's go meet these girls over here. We live across the parking lot. I said, all right, cool, whatever. So it was mainly for him. So he started talking to her sister, and me and Jamila were just cool together. We didn't really date at all because she wasn't feeling it. So we became friends for about 6 or 7 months before we actually started dating. And then I used to go over her house and like eat dinner with her and just chill out. We were just friends for the most part. And then after about 8 months of that, we started dating. And then 8 months later, I ended up moving in with her. And some of that was against my family's wishes, because they didn't really agree on cohabitation themselves. And but hey, we got through it. You can too. So there's us together. So my main point for cohabitation is that you can understand your partner a little better prior to you tying a knot and making it a legal binding document. First off, you get to see how financially responsible each person is. As the old saying goes, you never know a person truly until you live with them. So if I'm dating a person and that person has things that I like, such as a nice car and a nice apartment, you never know how financially responsible that person is until you see their bill flow. So they can have a nice car, but yet they might be 3 months on late behind their payment, or they might have a nice 60-inch TV inside of their apartment. However, they got it from rental center, which isn't a great financial choice. So until you're like dealing with that person day in and day out, understanding how financially responsible they are, you don't really truly know that person. Also, when you cohabitate, of course you can talk to your mate prior to getting married about what you expect your significant other to play as being a married couple. For instance, is the husband going to be the breadwinner of the household and the wife stays home, cooks and cleans? Or is the wife the one that's going to be the breadwinner and the husband stays home and cooks and cleans? Or are you going to split it down the middle? So you can never really fully understand how to set people up into that role until you've actually been placed in it and you've actually had disagreements with it. So if you disagree with your partner and you don't stay with them, you can always just leave. However, if you are married and you live together, or if you cohabitate and you live together, there's no running away from your problems. You actually have to face them head on. And what better way to do that than cohabitate with the person prior to you being married and making it a financial or legal binding agreement between two people. So some people are probably wondering about some stats on cohabitation. So here are some. 2/3 of couples in America stay together prior to getting married for some length of time. And it's not just based on people who are middle class citizens or less. Cohabitation also happens with people who actually go to college, and some get their PhDs and all that because they view cohabitation as a stepping stone to a better future with their partner. So it's not just for poor or middle class people. Also, 70% of women say that they have live-in boyfriends at this moment. So like the stats for cohabitation isn't really against cohabitation or for it. Like the stats basically tell you that cohabitation is decent, or it doesn't really say that you can't stay together and not be successful. That's basically what the stats say. So again, I believe in cohabitation. I think it'll work provided both you and your partner are willing to stick it out together. I told you why I think those cohabitating is great. I showed you an example of myself and my wife, and I also have stats speak for themselves. So that's my conclusion. Any questions? No. All right. That ends my briefing today. Thanks for your attention.